to go straight into the Pledge of Allegiance and the music. We'll come back, talk about the kids, and then we'll get into the show. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, where the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. The men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless the USA.
I'm not going to say nothing. It sounds like no.
Yeah.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee.
Oh, right. You know, it's just like the kids. There's some things that happen.
From sea to shining sea. From Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say.
Who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. Giving her something to keep them. She was like, this right here, I need help. And her body, they have to be super special.
There ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the
Hello, everyone. God bless. God bless the USA. God bless America. I am proud to be an American. I always will be proud to be an American. And I want to thank everybody for coming out here. I don't know where you're at, what your weather is, but I know it's hot everywhere. We was in the 90s here today. And you can handle 90s. That 90s doesn't bother me at all. Humidity bothers me. And it's like you can't hardly move. You can't hardly move. So I don't know how long the show is going to be tonight. I'm sure you guys, a few of you anyway, I did a video yesterday. I put it out, put it every place I normally do, but evidently people were very hot yesterday. We had, last notice I had, we had 29 views. But I put it out because I was reaching out to my family, my friends. I needed somebody. I had a flat tire yesterday, and where my spare tire is, I couldn't get to it. Didn't have the jack with me, so I had to wait for almost 2 hours, 2.5 hours for my son to finally get there to bring the jack to help me. And I was wringing wet. with sweat. I could have turned my car on. I could have did a lot of things, but I figured that happened for a reason. In every part of the episode yesterday, something happened. I get a hold of my son. Can you come and bring the floor jack so we can get this changed? I've watched the video. I know where the spare tire is. We'll get it taken care of. Okay. But Dad, I'm at Menards in Bradley. I won't be there for a while. Okay. Almost 2 hours later, he gets there. I said, here's the video. He looks at it. We take everything like we're supposed to do. We go, and you can't lift the part up that it says to lift up to get the spare tire. It's supposed to be just sitting there, right under this one thing in the back in the trunk. It's not there. So we look at another video, and it's actually underneath. So now, just barely off the road, going towards a bean field, we have to get the tire off. No matter how we tried, we couldn't get it off, so we finally got it secured back up like it's supposed to be. And I said, Brandon, the only choice we got is to take the tire off. Let's go in and get a new tire, get it put on. We'll come back and we'll change it just like we're going to put it back on. And he goes, I don't want to do that, Dad. He said, now he had people coming from Joliet, an hour and some minutes away, to help him remodel what's going to be Small Hank's new bedroom. So they're over at the house waiting for him and everything. So we get in the car and we run in. I said, let's just go to this place right here, Brandon. They're a used tire place. We'll just get a used one. We don't have to worry about all the stuff. They'll have it. We've got the tire. They'll put the new tire on. We got it. We get out there and change it, and you're home in an hour. No. Only time in my life I've known this place to be closed before 6 o'clock at night. And this was only not even just right around noon by now, because this all happened about 10 o'clock in the morning. So we had to Google and find another place. We found it. And for some reason, he could not get the tire to go on the rim. I grew up in a tire shop. I know how to do this stuff, and I'm trying to tell the kid. And he says, I know what I'm doing. I said, I understand you do. But you need to be doing it this way. After about 6 or 7 bad attempts, not fatal, but bad attempts, there was another guy there and said, well, why don't you try it his way? And boom, it snapped right on. We get the tire, we pay for the tire, and we go out. We still got the car jacked up, so we got to go just a little higher to get the tire on, because you take them off at a certain thing, you got to go a little higher to put them on. Oh, when we take 2 more spins up to go up, the jack's about ready to fall. So now we got to let everything down, get another place, get underneath more, and secure it. We finally got it. To say I went to HE Double Toothpicks and back is an understatement yesterday. It was a miserable day, but yet, when it was all over and I was finishing my trip to my daughter's house to take care of her dog, which I didn't have to really do, I was going over to see my grandkids because they was home from vacation. But as I'm going, I finished my talk with God, and I thanked Him. I thanked Him for letting me break down yesterday. Now, people may think, Ralph, you're crazy. Patriot 5, you're crazy, but I'm not. See, because for the last 8 days, I've been taking that same trip twice a day. Once around 8:30 or 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. Huh? And the other one was it between 8 and 9 at night, and one night as late as 10. If I break down then, my daughter, my son-in-law is in Alabama. My son is in either Kentucky or Tennessee. I have no one to call. At least yesterday I was able to get everything done, even though it was a miserable day. So see, guys, there always is a silver lining. A silver lining between everything. Now, I sat there and I did this video yesterday. It was only about a 10-minute video. And any of you that watched it, you understand I did it for Super Jimmy. I did it for Super Jimmy because the other day when the hat was, you know what happened to him? He was in attendance with his mommy and his family. And he was having a hard time. Renee had told me he's having a hard time. So I did the video for him to let him know it's just a show, buddy. And I said it yesterday and I'll say it today, and the show took another turn. I mean, we should be calling this As the World Turns, Part 2. Because, they took this, I think they finally took As the World Turned, this soap opera off. I'm not sure. Once they took All My Children off, I lost all interest in soaps. But who couldn't love Erica Kane, right? I did it for him. Because little kids shouldn't be going and have to go through this. But what I told him, it was just a show. Don't worry about it. It was planned. It was, and how stupid can the bad people be? How stupid can the black hats be? That they don't know it's a show, that they think they actually tried, because they was probably trying something, but we beat them to the punch. There's videos out there, guys, that show people talking to the authorities, hey, there's a man up on a roof with a you-know-what. And they did nothing. Come on. Once that word of what that thing is, the thing they're trying to get taken away from so many people. Once that word was mentioned that there's a guy with one of those, if this wouldn't have been planned, the hat would have been taken and hidden and whatever. And then he's 130 yards away, a marksman who should be able to shoot a flea off of a dog's butt.
Shot him in the ear.
He got him in the ear. They've already raised over $3 million for the man's family who died during that. My opinion? No, he didn't. That's just my opinion. No, he didn't. So what is this? Another way that they can get money from Americans because, the hat's got billions and billions and billions. They was after him. Why should we pay? Because they missed him. And I'm not saying this because I wanted him hit, because, guys, go back and look at my shows last week. I said in 2 different shows last week that there was going to be an attempt happen like that before we come back and did a show tonight. I said in 2 different shows. But it's the stupidity of people. Go to Facebook. My goodness gracious. People are saying things. We were 2 inches away from freedom. We were 2 inches away from happiness. We were this, we were that. And I'm thinking, one of the guys doing it was just having his family reach out to his Facebook family just last week because he got rushed to the emergency room. They wanted prayers for him, and then now he wants prayers for the shooter because he was stupid and missed. There's a lot of sick people in this world. There's a lot of sick people in this world. And I've always said, keep your mouth shut and let people think you're stupid. Don't open it up and prove to them that they're right. And that's exactly what some of these people are doing. Now, there is a good thing going around Facebook that if you believe everything was okay with what happened Saturday, please delete me from your friends list. And wow. I agree. I think everybody should agree. Today, I was reading, I want to see if I can pull something up here real quick. On our Telegram page, I was reading something in regards to the guy who was picked today. The guy that Junior was supposed to be, but now some other guy was picked. I was reading something. I want to see if I can pull it up real quick and read a couple. It was our people talking. Might not be able to find it, so just bear with me a second. Maybe I won't be able to find it. Yeah, it don't look like it. Maybe I got taken down. I don't know. So much stuff is getting this and that. Who knows anymore? But anyway, the guy who was picked today, I'm not going to mention his name. One of the conversations was the hat was forced to pick him, just like Senior was forced to pick LBJ. Wait a minute. The hat's not forced to do anything. He does things the way he wants to do them. Now, you know and I know that somewhere along the line here, there's a reason for him doing it. To me, what I've read about this guy, the one thing I read was about how he thought thousands of nurses should be fired because they wouldn't get that thing, you know, that happened in 2000. They wouldn't get what everybody they was all supposed to get. He thought that these nurses should be fired. He's totally against a lot of the thing. I mean, to me, it's like picking Hulk Hogan to tag team. Okay, Hulk Hogan being the hat, and his tag team partner is Pee Wee Herman. Someone said something about, do you think the hair on his face will make a difference? People will not vote for him because of the hair on his face. And supposedly the hat answered, well, he kind of thought that the hair on his face reminded him of Abe Lincoln. Please retract that statement. To put that man even in the same sentence with Abe Lincoln is an insult to Abraham Lincoln. Here's the article I wanted to read you that he stated. American hospitals are overwhelmed. It's time to take this seriously. As a start, let's fire thousands of nurses who refuse to get their back. That will help. One of our people, someone I care for dearly, almost like a daughter, needs these beds very, very bad. Her statement today was, I hope I live long enough for the beds. So do we, sweetie. People are sick of this. Several people are sick of this. This movie is getting old and repetitive. Really quickly, people are dying, starving, and going homeless. This isn't a game anymore. For us having to suffer someone more than the ones that already have been took out needs to get crimes against humanity charged. This is from one of my favorite people here. You're forgetting that this is a movie. Also, the hat is a master 5D chess player. He's always several moves ahead. He never makes a move without knowing exactly what he is doing. And and I'm going to say this. I used to believe that. I used to use that 5D chess. I used to say he could play 10 games against 10 different people and he'd be 5 moves ahead of each one of them. But why do all the moves end up the same? Us getting stuck in the rear end. Because that's where it's going, guys. Yes, he's in charge. Yes, he's got everything under control. Yes, this is a movie. But how many more people are going to have to get sick? How many more people? As one of the ladies that I just read, I hope I'm still alive when the beds come out. How many people have to sick? How much more suffering do we have to go through before he's going to say enough is enough? He picks a man today. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Why shouldn't he? It's getting close to November. If we're going to reinstate him, it needs to be done soon. Exactly. And that's the only reason. That's the only reason I say he picked this. If any of you guys watch the TV series NCIS, see, that's a 4-letter agency. So me and Ron was saying the other day, it can stick around. There is the leader by name, because we all know that it was Gibbs or whatever. But there's a leader by name whose last name is Vance. So we're just going to call our new VP candidate, we're just going to call him the inspector. So when I say inspector, you know who I'm talking about. Who is this inspector? Remember that it is part of a movie to provoke in complex situations which will be rectified later. When the hat is reinstated before the election, then there will be revealed that Junior is our VP and the inspector is a strong candidate that may be the distraction for now. In other words, they're saying that he thinks they chose him today because he didn't want him running against him. He isn't gonna, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's nobody in the United States of America that can go up against the hat right now and have any success if it's a legal election. He has literally taken this and turned himself in to the clear winner. Everybody keeps saying on here, remember, it's a movie, it's a movie. But it's gotten to the point, is it a movie anymore? Or has it become something more? It's personal because of everything they've done to him. He's going to make them pay 20-fold. Is he really got, let me see who's on here. John. I can't read hardly anything. Jackie, Devin, Janet, anybody else who's on here. Does he really have our back the way he supposedly is supposed to have? I don't know anymore. If any of you chat with Ron, you can ask him. When I seen who he announced, and see, here's the whole thing. I never seen him announce who it was. I heard him say that that's who he announced, but I never seen him say it. Is he speaking tonight? The way they protect him, I hope if he does, he wears a bulletproof body thing. You know, we keep hearing they're going to announce Junior. Now all of a sudden it was too soon to announce Junior. Wait a minute, too soon? Everything, the Big N was supposed to start today. It was supposed to be announced today. I have been to my email account 25 times or more to check to make sure I don't miss this number, because they promised us this was it. Remember, we were going to get the numbers Saturday and Sunday, and we were going to the centers today. Uh-oh. Someone forgot to give the memo to the hat. They keep saying we got the greatest military in the world, but they seen a man, the military was there. They seen a man on a roof the other day and let him take a shot. Anybody, I don't care if it's a toy one of those things. You show up to a rally like that with anything and you need to be taken in. Right then, right now. Or taken behind that shed and whooped. They let him take a shot. You know why? Remember, we're watching a movie. Remember when he grabbed his ear, did anybody actually see his ear was hit? Or did he have something in his hand that made it look like blood was coming down his ear? Think about that, guys. I'm sure a lot of you already have. Think about it. Remember you see TV shows that, oh, they shoot him when they shoot him in the belly, they always grab something. You know why? Because they got to put that in there. They got to hit themselves to make it look like it's bleeding. And they got so much technology, the things that they can do. I mean, I was watching a show the other night and it looked like they took a guy's head right off of him. And they showed the rest of his body. He didn't have a head. Where'd that head go? How'd they do that? Because they can do anything. You hear a cap gun. And that's what it sounded like, guys. A cap gun. You know them old pistols you used to get and put them little things in and go pop, 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 like a popcorn popper if you shot it fast enough. And you see him grab his ear, and when he brings his hand down, there's red coming down. But boy, he gave us a thumbs up. And I'm not cutting him down. I'm just tired of the movie. When I'm watching TV and I get tired of a movie, I can take the remote and I can change channels. I'm tired of being lied to. I'm tired of all of our family here working their rear ends off, getting stuff for me and for Ron for the show. I'm tired of them controlling the heat to where everywhere you can't hardly breathe, it's so hot. But then tonight, which it didn't happen, so we had rumors that it's by 7 o'clock tonight in Illinois, where we live, we were supposed to have hurricane-type winds. Well, we haven't had them. For all you that think I'm sarcastic tonight, I'm not. I'm trying to make some points that it's time things change. Let me go back to my thing here and want to bring something. I want to read something that one of our patriots sent. Sharon, Becky, and me exchange emojis every day. Someday we get confused and we send the wrong day, but we have fun laughing it off. But then she also, bless her heart, she sent some other stuff, and today she sent me, you will be given a quantum titanium card with 3 chips, your biometric fingerprint that you can use to transfer your money from your quantum account to your primary or secondary accounts, bank accounts. You will be given a Wells Fargo credit /debit card, allowing you to access the funds. You can move up to $1.2 billion per LLC account. Now, I hear Bruce talking about LLC accounts. I'm not exactly sure what they are, so I'm gonna call on Marianne, or anybody here can do it, and send me a message or an email and explain to me what an LLC account. Can I go Google it and find out? Because it would seem like some of the money that we're going to get, we're going to need a lot more than one LLC account if you can only transfer 1.2 billion. And I'm not trying to be arrogant or cocky or anything like that here. It's just that I know how much currency some people have. I'm not going to say how much I have. I don't even know how much I have, to be honest with you. But I know there's people out there that 1.2 billion isn't even going to, it'd be like, I really have no idea. Use a toothpick to pick the Grand Canyon or something. I don't know. Because there's people out there that's going to, well, the hat came out here not too long ago and said, was it thousands, Ronnie? There's going to be thousands of trillionaires created through this. And then, I haven't heard this, but it was reported to me by Ron, and he had heard, listened to someone, and they said, for people who's got several of these $100 trillion notes, they might just give you face value on one of them, 100 trillion. And then they get everything else for humanitarian projects. Now ask yourself this question. Who in their right mind could get access to, for their own personal need, $100 trillion and care if they had 10 other $100 trillion notes that the world got? I told Ron, hey, give me 10% of that and I'm good. You know? It's astronomical, guys. Okay. You can withdraw cash from the redemption center up to $3,500. I'm assuming they're meaning there that's the day you go, you'll be able to leave with up to $3,500. I think that's what me and Ron's going to get. Each of us get $3,500, and then we're going to go to Hooters and have one heck of a party. You think the girls would want to wait on our table then? Anyway, I'm just joking about that. You can obtain proof of funds letters for the amount of each property individually. You should request a clear and clean certificate of origin on bank letterhead. You will be giving a 55-page booklet on who not to give money to. You will be giving a 1 to 2 page non-disclosure agreement. Make sure you don't talk about your date at all. You will get around 2 pages of banking benefits. Zim holders, you know, the 2 pages of banking benefits, what I'm assuming, Bruce has not mentioned this in a long, long time. But what I'm assuming that means is Bruce used to talk a lot that when you go there, you're going to have every bank that's still going to be available knowing you're there, and they're going to be doing whatever they can to get your business. You might be able to go in and say, well, you know, I'd bank here and I'd put X amount here if you guys would give me a new car. You might get a new 80-inch screen TV. You know, anything you want, you can get because of the leverage. And I got thinking, oh, isn't that amazing? And me and Ron got thinking, isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? But if we get $100 trillion for one Zim note, what the heck do we have to worry about what they're going to give us? You know what we could give them? We could give them enough money to buy the bank, and now it's ours. And then we could give them a paycheck every week for running it, as long as they run it right. I'm just joking about that, guys. But no, it's just something I wanted to bring up. Zim holders will receive a Q phone, which works with the Starlink satellite system. The phone and the service itself are free. Yeah, because we can't afford to pay for it. I'm just joking. You will be given a certificate worth $1,000 to purchase a new laptop. Between now and the end of the week, there will be a political change. Activation of the EBS or emergency wireless system would occur as early as Wednesday. That was posted by Wolverine.
Who's on holiday?
Who's on holiday, who yelled at Bruce the other day because you don't take days off when everything is going so good, and then he's taking 3 or 4 days off. I mean, see, this is what I'm saying, guys. If you think you're stupid, keep your mouth shut and don't open it and prove it. He just literally ripped Bruce apart. That's all right. Bruce is our man, right? Marianne, tomorrow night. I don't even have to go and take care of a dog tomorrow night. Mel Gibson says that Sleepy did not predict 9/11. He knew it. He planned it. He was part of it. You know, there was rumors going around that And what I want to tell you guys, on Telegram, if you follow Mel Gibson, that's all it is, MELGIBSON on Telegram, the very last story that's on there for him, there's a video about Sleepy did not predict 911. He knew the plan. Listen to what he says. I have not listened to it. I just read that a few minutes ago. Now, we all know what happened Saturday. I believe it was Saturday, right? The ear. We all know what happened. Can someone tell me how Sleepy is still in charge? When it's on tape, when it's all over the internet that this man came out, what was it, after when the two of them went face to face, in the comical golf debacle, he came out and he says, we've tried everything else, it's time to put a target on him. Are you kidding me? He says this and then boom, they try that. Doesn't seem right to me, but I'm just the messenger. So, here's something I got. Let's see what it has to say. The hat assassination attempt coming. This event is vital to taking down the deep state MAJIC Majority Intelligence Committee that controls three-letter organizations, one starting with a C, and controls the U.S. government and controls the European Union, several countries, and the cabal operations. White hats are going to stage the event. Black hats, deep state, have tried several attempts the last years and failed, and you will know it was a white hat operation, as the hat will survive the event and will lead to the dismantling the MAJIC, the deep state operation that controlled the dark, deep, constitutional, illicit operations and money laundering networks of the three-letter operation that starts with a C and world banks. The collision course of exposing MAJIC ops, military coup, stolen elections, planned wars, world COUPS, etc., plus OPS, will collide with the disclosure White Hats project to exposing military hidden tech UAPS, UFOS. Please help support our channel, Bringing the Truth. Okay. Imagine speculation Monday, 15th July is noticed as the end of potential scare event. This suggests that the primary phase of the operation concludes on this date. Tuesday, July 16th indicates a lockdown phase. This could mean an actual lockdown or a period of intense security and control to manage the aftermath of the scare event. The lockdown phase is set to end on July 25th. This period might be used for consolidation, assessments, and preparations for subsequent action. July 25th, this may indicate a time of unexpected gifts or surprises. In this contest, it could mean a major revelation of positive outcome resulting from the operation celebrated as a significant victory. Will things pan out in order? We shall see soon. Quote, I stand to protect spring, but fall. Wait a minute. I stand to protect spring, but fall you all rebelling, but fail you all rebelling to protect, I don't know, many causes in the fall. There is a tumultuous rendering that is coming and shall shake the summer and bring forth much of the temperatures. That was from July. Guys, yeah, I'm having trouble reading tonight because the stuff I'm trying to read is very, 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 very small. The 3-day event has begun. The hat attempted assassination, the shot heard round the world, solar storm ahead, power grid, oil pipeline at risk, 9 nations, including us, insolvent, global market crash, imminent, brace for impact, nothing can stop what is coming, the Great Awakening, a week to remember. As we move forward into uniting the nation after the horrific events of Saturday, this dismissal of the lawless indictment of Florida should be just the first step, followed quickly by the dismissal of all the witch hunts. The January 6th HOAX in Washington, D.C., the Manhattan, just a bunch of things. I never met, and then parenthesis, a decade-old photo in a line with her and then her husband does not count. And the Georgia perfect phone call charge, the Democrat justice, I have no idea what they're talking about there, guys, so I'm not going to. The hat shooter was confronted by a police officer, but the officer, and he fled. Why did the crowd notice the shooter before law enforcement? This was a great segment by JESSEE. How can a man climb a ladder onto a roof, mount a you know what, and unload 8 rounds at a former you know what from 130 yards? We don't trust the FBI. We don't trust the media. Our job is to be curious. Here's something that says the hat, not the hat, Sleepy is Lee Harvey Oswald. This is all about exposing who shot Senior. History repeats itself. Go down here and see what Judy's got to say, and then we'll call it a night. I hope you guys are able to stay cool enough that you don't overheat. Remember, ice, cool drinks. Try to stay away from sugary stuff. But I just know that it's very, very bad everywhere. As a matter of fact, the girl that I write in the Ukraine, she wrote me a letter this morning, and she told me they finally got a break. That last night the temperatures got down to 87 degrees there. She said it was well over 100 in the town that she lives in. Friday, Saturday, and most of the day Sunday, and last night It finally got down in the high 80s. To make matters worse, of that 72 hours I just spoke about half of them they was without electricity and power, because when the people who have them, whenever the power's there, they run their air conditioning so long, so hard, that it was blowing the power. She said when she tried to sleep, she was so tired, but it was so hot. There was nothing, no power. She couldn't make ice, so you couldn't just take ice cubes and run up and down your face or around your body. So it's not just here in the United States, guys. And remember, this country has a terrible, terrible leader. When it comes to our country, and the guy that they say the leader, we know how bad this man is. The people who preceded him, the people that we can't wait to get a certain person in, or we can't wait to get a certain sex in, and then you get it, and they literally sent everything back 100 years for everyone. But it's miserable everywhere, and I'm for one, and this is my opinion, I don't have nothing to judge it on other than things I'm reading and seeing and understanding. I truthfully believe that they are controlling the weather, and in a way I hope they are, because if they can control the weather, why wouldn't, when all of this is over and we're supposed to be living heaven on earth, why wouldn't we have great weather all the time? What is great weather? Great weather to me would be about 80 during the day and around 65 during the night, with a lot of sunshine, enough rain to let the crops grow, the gardens grow, the flowers get beautiful. Maybe a little hotter on a few days. Some people, an ideal day, some people like the cold. And you can have certain areas that's cold, but you're going to know where these areas are. It's not going to be, there's times here in Illinois, in the middle of the winter, we get 3 feet of snow. You can't move. We literally had a snowstorm here one year. But when it's all said and done and everything, you couldn't move. You could walk. It got so cold, the snow frozen, you could walk right over the snow. So we walked from my house. We're going to walk down here to see Ron and my mom, my dad. We literally was walking on top of cars. We didn't even know we're there. Fortunately, the people got out. I can remember once coming out my front door and start building, digging in the snow, a tunnel that went from my house a half a block over, straight down, and then we had to turn back towards the other house about 20 feet to their front door. And me and my cousin, we built a tunnel. So my cousin's mom could come down, her and her next door neighbor could come down and have their morning coffee and sit there and bull crap with my mom. But we don't need stuff like that. Let's see what Judy has to say today. This was compiled by her Monday the 15th of July 2024 at 12:01. The movie is just about over. Now is the time for the Great Awakening, a week to remember. Trust the pan. The attempted assassination of President the Hat, where shots heard around the world. No need to panic, all planned. The 17th letter, Junior, on Telegram, Sunday 14/2024. It is only wise to have at least a month's supply of food, water, cash, medicine, and essential items on hand for your family to share with and others in case of emergency. The Hat and the Global Military Alliance were on a quest to save the children. That was intensified by the attempt of the Hat's life, you know when. We think what we think we know as of Monday, 15th July 2024, the Great Awakening, a week to remember. The 3 days event has begun. The Hat attempted, what happened. The global market crash, imminent, brace for impact. Nothing can stop what is coming. The 17th letter on Telegram. According to the White Hats, the hunter, had the most to gain by the recent attempt. I'm not going to go into detail. I don't like the guy. His daddy made the statement it was time to put him, the hat, in a bullseye. Plus, according to Tucker Carlson, was caught on camera in a motel room with two governors planning a hat, you know what. I'm not going to read who the attempted person was. Timing of a pending internet shutdown and 10 days of darkness throughout the world will be determined by the quantum computer analysts and the entire international system, while people will be asked to stay indoors to watch documentaries explaining what is going on. Military troops stationed across the globe will arrest anyone who has cooperated with the New World Order. The international financial system, which has functioned on a fiat currency since at least 2008, has been taken away from the cabal and given back to the people. The Republican National Convention begins Monday the 15th. I think that's where we all seen who we picked. Then she talks about Jenny Hill. The July 15th Republican, no, that's still about that. Lockdown, 16th, lockdown. The letter between P and R. Cordes V11 on Telegram. And the 24th anniversary of Junior's plane crash. I thought it was the 25th anniversary. I read earlier it was the 25th. Right? Wednesday, 17th July 2024. The 17th letter. That's all it says. On Wednesday, 12th July, Telegram posted a picture of President the hat with a heading, "My Vice President speaks in 7 days. Who do you think it will be?" Sunday, 14th July, Dr. Charlie Ward. The military doesn't speak. They are busy. Their actions are determined by the quantum computer. Troops will be stationed in every country. Then comes the internet shutdown in 10 days. The military will then arrest everyone who has cooperated with the New World Order. That's just stuff I've already read. That pretty much does it, guys. That's all I got for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. I want to thank everybody for coming on. We got 134 people here right now. And I thank each and every one of you, the ones that has already left. Thank you for coming, and everyone, remember as the song goes about this group, we are family. We are. And I've always thought that from day one, when I sent out to 12 different people who actually at one point grew this journey into 26,000. We don't have that many now, but we don't need that many now. I would have 8 and 9 hour shows if we had 26,000 and everybody was getting me all this information. But I do want to take a moment and just thank everyone for everything you do for Ron and for myself. I want to thank Ron because never in my wildest dreams did I think he would become what he has and work with me the way he does. We make a great team. We have for a long, long time. He taught me how to play catch. He taught me how to hit. The only trouble I had is he was a lefty and I couldn't throw left-handed like that. Couldn't bat left-handed like that. But we played many ball games together, and we continue to do things. Just remember, guys, when you're feeling blue, like the song says, all you got to do, just come here. Watch one of these videos. Maybe I can cheer you up. If I can't cheer you up, go to Telegram. You know, we have 110 people on right now. But we only have 57 people on our Telegram site. We have more than that on our messenger site. You want to get on Messenger, get on that with us, because I'm telling you, they talk about everything on there. Or Signal. Have you guys got it on a Signal? Has everyone got a Signal channel? Get with the group Signal. We can get it to you. Join under us so you got communication. I'm just saying. Dear Lord, as we come to the end of tonight's show, thank you for bringing everyone out. Thank you for making the show tonight a success. And we'll look forward to doing our next show on Wednesday, if you need us to do it, or will we be reaping the rewards that you've been promising and we put in your hands for so long. Lord, we look to you. We ask you to look after people who need your help. Linda's husband, Bob, is still needing some help. He had to go to a doctor today, and it looks good for him, but let's pray for him. Let's pray for Marianne's nephew, who is a young man who has endured so much. Myrna, everything that she's went through and all that. Everyone here, Diane, who the things that she's went through this journey, you shouldn't have to. And there's so many of us that's like that. You know, Renee, Jimmy, all the children, 100% of the children. You know, I didn't even really talk to the children tonight, Lord, but you know that they're always at the beginning. They're always right there in my heart. And I pray to you, a happy birthday wish goes out to, I already wished him a happy birthday on Facebook, and I forgot to write his name down, so I know there's someone in here that's got a birthday today, so happy birthday to you. With that being said, Lord, we pray to you like we do each and every day, each and every night, through our Savior, your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen and amen. And kids, I apologize for not talking to you. Jimmy, I did that video. I did it for you because I wanted you to know how much love we have for you. But it was also meant for all the kids. Any kid who happened to be looking at the TV when that happened. Any kid that heard about it. Any kid who has questions. I know as a 10-year-old boy, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, they said was assassinated. I never believed it. To this day, I don't believe it. Never have believed it. And I know what I went through that day as I watched people crying. The principal of the school, the teachers, crying like little babies. And I didn't cry. I didn't shed a tear. And when the principal and the teacher looked at me and says, "Are you okay?" I said, "I'm fine." "Why?" "Why are you not taking it hard?" I said, "Because he's not dead. Nobody can kill my president." And that's what I've always lived. You know, I didn't cover and talk tonight to Little Princess, our queen, or Hunter, and Little Princess, the collage of pictures that Grandma put together. You talk about a proud grandmother. But then she's always got to put some in there with Hunter too, because she loves you all. Boogaloo and Boogaroo. Can't wait to get these beds. And you know, this video I did yesterday, because I know you kids need them. All of you kids are going to need them, you know, because we want to make sure, let's get everything taken care of with you guys right off the bat. Patriot Karate Kid and Patriot Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous. Your mom was the first one I seen post that. Those who think that it's okay what happened Saturday, get rid of me as a friend here. I don't want to be your friend. And I agree with her 100%. She's raising two great kids. Patriot Little Leona and Patriot Little Ilana. You're too young to even understand anything of what's going on. And hopefully, God willing, you'll never have to understand what's going on. Because you'll never know anything about it. Unless your grandpa, your great-grandpa, or someone looks at you someday and says, "Well, I remember when I was a kid." You know, and that might be a statement that's said more than any statement. Because grandparents love to talk about their childhood, what they had to go through, what they had to endure. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have computers. We didn't have tablets. We didn't even have a TV in my house until I was like 6 or 7 years old. But you know what? We had parents that was there for us every step of the way. Wouldn't allow us to get in trouble. Wouldn't allow us to do things we weren't supposed to do. You better be back in the yard. at nighttime before that street light comes on. We had parents that loved us. And I know the parents love the kids today. But when you take a kid 3 years old and throw him in preschool, just so you don't have to pay a babysitter, so both parents can work, that is sending the wrong message. Patriot Super Gymnast and Patriot Little Monkey, I apologize. The day I put in yesterday, I was just worn out today. I would have loved to went and seen you in your gymnastics today. I will go next week, I promise you. Patriot 7, the other night when I went over to take care of the dog. Since you left me. You went on vacation. You thought it was cool. Oh, that 2.5 pound smallmouth bass I caught. And then you know me, I catch and release. I don't kill anything. And as I'm releasing it back into the water, I went, dumb, 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 to myself, calling myself a dummy. Why didn't I take a picture? Because then I could have really teased you. But he's back in there. So maybe next time you'll catch him. As I said, I talked a little bit about Patriot Little Monkey. She had to go to the doctor today. She's got this eczema or whatever on her leg, and she had to go and get some medicine for it. Patriot Small Hank, I let him go swimming with me today. I stayed in the pool with him for a while, but then I got out and his mom came out, and so he got to swim for the last 3 hours. Patriot Little Kira, it seems like every time I walk by you now, you're holding your hands up, making me pick you up because you want me to take you to the kitchen and get you a cracker or a cake or something, because you know that Grandpa will do it. I love each and every one of our kids here, each and every kid in the world, and we're going to work together to make sure every kid is loved and taken care of. Good night. God bless. I love yous all. Good night, everyone. Love yous.